G'day and welcome to Ear Deals. If you're looking for the right hearing aid for your lifestyle, budget and hearing loss, you've landed in the right place. I would like to talk to you about one of the latest releases this March in Australia, the Phonak Virto Marvel. Now, the Virto part of the name stands for Phonak's customizable range. The Marvel is its highly successful software platform. Phonak already has the Audio Marvel on the range, and Audio are the devices that go behind the ear, whereas Virto is the customized devices that go into your ear canal. Now, the Marvel range in Audio has sold over 1 million devices as of November last year. So Phonak has taken this software platform and provided it in the Virto custom range so that the same successful software is available in a different style of hearing aid. Now, the Virto range has got 4 devices in it. Starting from the smallest, we have the Phonak Virto Titanium. This is a titanium shell that is customized to ear canal shape using your Ear Deals audiologist taking an impression, followed by the Virto 10, then the 312NW. Now the NW stands for non-wireless, and then the Phonak Virto 312. Now the Phonak Virto 312 is Phonak's flagship device in the Virto range. And the reason is it comes in a wireless platform, meaning it connects to both Android and iPhone. It also comes in a black on black color range, meaning that the hearing aid itself is completely black, including the faceplate and the customized shell. Now, there's no surprises here what Phonak's tried to achieve. With its wireless technology connecting to both Android and iPhone, the device being black, and the fact that it can take hands-free calls, you can listen to podcasts or YouTube channels or audiobooks or even your favorite music. It basically is trying to look more like a large-scale consumer device with the hearing aid capability. So if you're interested in a device that is very discreet, highly functional, with the latest software that's been highly popular globally for the last 2 years, please stick around because we've got some exciting things to talk about. AudioSense 3.0 is one of the key features of the Marvel technology platform. It effectively means audio sensing your environment. This is when the hearing aid changes its behavior by switching between its programs as a key feature of the Marvel technology. Now, what does this actually mean for people who have never worn hearing aids before? Well, the hearing aid is smart enough to know when your environment has changed, particularly in noise, and when you will have difficulty hearing as a result. For instance, the hearing aid automatically adjusts into the correct program for the noisy environment that you have physically entered or you've been subjected to. My favourite real-world example is one of a real estate agent, as most people in Australia understand the style of work and what they do day to day. So in the context of explaining the technology, please put your real estate agent hat on. So as a real estate agent, he's working in a quiet office and he needs to go to an appointment. So he leaves a calm environment program in his office, then jumps into his car. The hearing aid then automatically switches into a speech in car program. The real estate agent then jumps out of his car and enters a noisy cafe to meet with a potential new client. The hearing aid will then switch to a speech in noise or speech in loud noise program, depending upon the technology level of the hearing aid that the real estate agent has chosen. Now the hearing aid's microphones pick up the increase in noise in that cafe, and as such, then changes the program to best suit the environment to give him the ability to hear better. This provides the wearer with an increased ability to hear in the noisy background. The hearing aid achieves this by using its directional microphones. The microphones adjust the hearing aid to be more directional in their focus, so it narrows the beam. This is achieved by the hearing aid adjusting and considering soft background noises in the hearing environment as being less important, thus enhancing the speech that is closer to the wearer and deemed more important by narrowing that focal direction. After all, speech and noise is considered one of the most important areas of a hearing aid fitting because it's typically the place where someone with a hearing loss would struggle to hear. The technologies available in the Phonak Virto range start at the M30 Essential level, the M50 Standard level, M70 Advanced level, and the M90 Premium. The higher you go in the technology level, the more programs you purchase, and as a result, the better the automation is and the clarity it is in certain environments that are noisy. Alongside programs, the higher you go in technology, the more channels you get, and this is the clarity section of a hearing aid. The greater the sound clarity and the more features it has, basically is attributed to the number of channels. Each of these channels work more aggressively. When they are working more aggressively, that is when the sound cleaning is happening in each and every channel. I want to wrap this section up of the video by explaining another program that people easily relate to, and that is Echo Block. An example here is a high ceilings in a church where you're getting a lot of reverberation, or if you're walking through a car park and there's a lot of reverberation and repeated sound. What Echo Block does is basically cleans up this reverberation, providing the wearer with clean audio. The EarDeal's audiologist can adjust all of these programs to better assist your lifestyle and where you believe you need more help at a later date. So simply ask for another appointment. One of the most exciting features of the new Phonak Marvel range is the fact that the 312 Bluetooth device links directly to Phonak accessories. Now, these accessories are designed for different types of listening environments and scenarios. The first of these, and obviously the most popular, is the TV connector. The TV connector streams the volume of the TV directly through your hearing aids. If you are sitting on the couch and you have your partner sitting on the couch, you can actually listen to the TV at your volume, or your partner sits on the couch and listens at the TV's volume. So it saves a few fights. Another key area is the fact that you can actually balance the ambient outside noise and the TV volume. For instance, if your partner is at the kitchen cooking or is vacuuming or something in a different room, basically what you can do is increase the TV volume within the hearing aids whilst reducing the ambient outside sound, giving you a more comfortable listening experience. Another key accessory that's available on the market is the partner mic. Now, the partner mic is designed for one-on-one situations where you might be in a noisy environment such as your car. If you're driving along the highway and you have your hearing aids in and your partner is speaking, they've got a soft voice for instance, a partner mic can be used on the lapel of the person who's sitting next to you, or they can hold it and talk directly into that microphone so that you can have an easy listening experience. The final is the remote control. The remote control gives you the ability to adjust volume and programs. It's designed to have big buttons, so people who have dexterity issues and don't have the ability to change the volume wheel on the actual hearing aid itself don't have to worry. Now it's time to talk about Bluetooth, and let's face it, this is the real reason why you've tuned in, because it's one of the key differences for this particular device range and how the Virto sits in the industry. The significance of this hearing aid really does rest on the fact that it has Marvel technology, and this technology has been so successful across other ranges of Phonak's hearing aids. The added Bluetooth capabilities to this flagship device, being the 312 Virto, has also provided wearers an additional aspect of the hearing aid that will help them in a number of different areas that I'll go through very shortly. So what is all the hype, you say? Well, the Marvel technology on the sword chip for the Virto devices is arguably one of the most successful ever, at least in Australia anyway, over the last couple of years. I've lost count of the number of times that I've heard clients call me and say very similar things, like this hearing aid has simply saved my marriage. I'm communicating like never before. I can speak to my son and my daughter in London or overseas without worrying about them anymore and their security and their safety. And my favourite last week was Roy Orbison sounds younger again. I've even trialled my father-in-law on alternative brands because I didn't really trust whether or not the Phonak Marvel was a great device, and he hasn't given it back at the very end after the full trialling period. So what are the benefits and without all this tech speak so that you can understand what it actually means? Well, firstly, it all starts with the Bluetooth types that are available on this device. The device itself virtually connects to any device or old mobile phone with Bluetooth. So devices such as iPads, computers, stereo systems, and even your TV. Simply putting it, it can improve all aspects of your life if you're still very active. You can now listen to music with better clarity, hear phone calls in both ears, and confidently return those calls. You can relax on your back deck and watch YouTube videos just like this one while the summer storms roll in and still have confidence that you're hearing what you're watching. The opportunity to connect is like no other device, and that's because the Phonak Virto and Marvel devices available through Phonak actually connect to both Android and Apple devices. When hearing in noisy environments is an issue, you can also have the added comfort knowing that the Phonak range of accessories for watching things like TVs in noisy rooms, turning up the volume on remotes, placing extra microphones at the end of boardroom tables is available. The technology can be built upon should your lifestyle and demands change. On that, my father-in-law told me he used to sit at the end of boardroom tables, particularly around softly spoken people. Now he's got his new Marvel devices. His life has changed. He can sit anywhere in a boardroom and interact with anyone around the table, knowing that he's got the confidence that he's hearing what he needs to hear and concentrating on the important issues. When it comes to specifically to phone calls, this is a really key area. The call will actually ring in your ears. You push a button on the side of the hearing device and simply start talking. The hearing aid has built-in microphones, so you don't even need your phone out. You can simply leave it in your pocket. This is unlike many other brands that are available on the market. So what are the limitations? There are always some, and I'm going to take you through them because I think it really does come down to how you manage the technology. So the Marvel basically connects to any mobile phone, and it has, mobile phones have got speakers on the base of them as well as microphones, so it's very close to your mouth. However, with a hearing aid, the sound needs to go from your mouth up to your ear, where the microphone is on the hearing aid. That can pose some difficulties. I've found that people with loud voices, deep voices, tend to have the best success when answering and taking calls, particularly in noisy environments. But let me put it this way. I've had this one client that generally calls me once a week on a Friday as she's brushing her horses out the west of Sydney. She doesn't have any issues talking to me over the phone and having a chat. In fact, we're very rarely interrupted unless a horse starts to win and carry on. I guess you just need to trial the devices and see if they match your lifestyle. If you don't have a smartphone, there is also a Bluetooth calling feature available on some phones. It just needs to see if it connects to the devices. So if you want clarity and whether or not your phone will work, simply call us on 1300 010 064 and ask the question. We can find out for you. Finally, people who have used the phone a lot, confidently I can say they're having very few issues. They're actually improving their life and the quality of their calls. It's increasing their ability to communicate effectively, especially when the audio is in both their ears, which is new in the Marvel range. Another note worth making is that the Bluetooth antennas in the new Virto Marvels are unlike many others in other brands. In fact, the reason for this is the antenna, we are told, goes around the outside of the shell. This increases the hearing aid's ability to transmit sound from one device back through the phone to the person on the other end. So the quality of call for your person who is calling you is improved. Distance can be an issue. I mean, Bluetooth only goes so far, and that's up to about 10 meters. So what we say to people is try facing your phone in different directions, walking away from your phone when you're on a call when you first get the devices, and understand how the devices will work for you in your environment. So far, there's a lot of things to consider here, but the Bluetooth technology has been very, very successful. So for the perfect conditions, what we suggest is position your phone at the start to see where it works best. Try and answer calls in quieter environments and speak louder. In time, you'll see your lifestyle will match the technology, or you'll find scenarios where you're more comfortable making calls. Regardless, the success of the Phonak Marvel devices in the past has been largely contributed to the Bluetooth capabilities. And moving forward with the new custom devices in the Virto range, we're very confident that Bluetooth technology will assist you in many aspects of your life. It's time to talk about the myPhonak app, which is one of my favorite areas. Wearers that are seeking to make adjustments to their hearing aids themselves, this is a really key area because it gives you the ability to adjust a lot of different areas of the hearing aid. The app itself connects through low energy Bluetooth directly through to your smartphone. The myPhonak app has a range of features from simple volume adjustments to program adjustments to more in-depth adjustments that will take a little bit more practice to master, but if you basically stick at it, you're going to get a really good outcome. For those wishing to get a little bit more technical, you can even make some small frequency adjustments as well as increase or decrease noise reduction. It actually doesn't even stop there. The myPhonak app gives you a lot of opportunity. You can even adjust the directionality and the focus of the microphones on your hearing aid. This feature is great in noise when you want to focus on a person directly in front of you in an environment that's relatively noisy. It will actually narrow that beam and give you better clarity. You can adjust the compression settings so you can increase or decrease the loud and soft sounds without actually decreasing the overall volume of the hearing aid. Finally, these settings can be saved for future use. So if you have a place that you regularly go to, such as a boardroom, an office, a cafe, to catch up with an old friend, you can actually save that location. Before we close this section off, I want to talk to you about a real-world example that I had a few months ago. I had a client call me and he was actually at his daughter's wedding, so quite a significant event on a Friday afternoon. He was struggling with the PA systems that were at that venue, and he asked me if there's anything I could do to help. He didn't currently have the app because he wasn't interested at the time of the fitting, which is fine. So what we did was we got him to download the myPhonak app, and he called me back the following Monday after making his own adjustments. He was so happy with the existing settings and the flexibility of the app that he said there was no point even coming in for his next adjustment. He said, you don't actually realize the additional assistance of the app until you actually need it. And when you do need it, that's when the app comes to your rescue. We're told that an update of the Phonak app is due at the end of March 2020, so this will improve the app even further. At eardeals, we cannot wait because we're big fans of the myPhonak app because it gives so much opportunity and flexibility to people across Australia, particularly those in rural and remote locations. And it really does assist those with very active lifestyles that are entering really difficult environments more regularly than others. For our clients that have already got the myPhonak app and are wishing to understand the new adjustments to that app at the end of March, please give us a call and we can take you through it. In this section, I'm going to talk to you about size, shape, colour and glasses. I'm going to start with glasses. This style of hearing aid, called Virto by Phonak, all fits within the ear canal, with a very small component of the hearing aid coming outside of the ear canal. Now, the reason for this is it's more discreet, and one of its key benefits is the fact that no type of glasses, be it spectacles or sunglasses, will actually affect the performance of the hearing aid. As a result of this, the hearing aid is more discreet, which moves us into colour. I'll start by saying that a lot of people who choose this style are concerned about the size of the hearing aid and it being discreet, because it is considered a style that's more discreet than others that are on the market. As a result, what I say to people here is choose the colour based on your hair or skin tone, because it will make it more discreet. If you're someone who's looking at this particular device, being the 312 Bluetooth, you have the added option of a black on black version. This black on black version gives you the device that looks more like a consumer product and is more in line with the types of devices that you would typically see younger demographics wearing to listen to music when they're on the bus, train, or simply going for a dog walk. There are different types of colour options depending upon the version of Virto that you choose in the range. When it comes to the power source for the Phonak Virto Marvel range, you have two options. Now these two options are the size 312 disposable battery and the size 10 disposable battery. The 312 size disposable battery will last you somewhere around 3 to 4 days and comes in a brown box. The size 10 battery comes in a yellow box and will last you between 2 to 3 days. One key consideration here is if you are choosing the Bluetooth option in the Virto range, you have no other choice but to go with the size 312 battery, and the battery life will depend upon how much you're streaming to things like podcasts, audiobooks, or listening to music. Thank you for watching this informational video about the Phonak Virto Marvel 312. This device is the flagship device within the Virto range and is arguably a very strong contender within Phonak's full lineup of hearing aids. The reason for this is it's the first of Phonak's customizable devices with Bluetooth capabilities. So if you want to walk down the street listening to your favorite music, a podcast, or even this YouTube channel, you can do so. The device is available in black on black, meaning it looks more like a consumer product where the faceplate of the hearing aid and the customizable component inside your ear canal is black as well. So it looks more like a tech device. It's available in 4 technology levels: the M30 Essential, M50 Standard, M70 Advanced, and M90 Premium. If you'd like to gather more information such as a brochure, or to come in and talk to our Ear Deals audiologist, you can do so by calling 1300 010 064. Thank you and bye for now. At Ear Deals, all our hearing aid prices are available online in full transparency, alongside our free hearing aid service package. To see our prices online, please visit www.eardeals.com.au. Our standard of testing includes real ear measurement or REMs. Ear Deals conducts a full diagnostic free hearing test, so you know that the quality of our testing matches the quality of our big brand hearing aids. Finally, Ear Deals has the National Safety and Quality Health Service Standard. We are one of only a few hearing clinics who have this high level of accreditation in Australia.